Coming up next at 5, our snow-capped mountains are gorgeous on this warm Saturday, but all that white stuff is making a lot of people nervous. We'll tell you why. The men who want to be president make a stop in Colorado today, and we'll show you a birthday celebration with plenty of twists and turns. Good afternoon, I'm Lynn Setzer. Will mom need an umbrella on her way to Mother's Day brunch tomorrow? The forecast and all the news is next.
You're watching KMGH-TV, live from Denver. This is Colorado 7 News. The news starts now.
Well, you can see some of Colorado's snow-covered peaks from our camera in Boulder County this afternoon, but all of that moisture is raising concerns about flooding because spring runoff is just days away. Good afternoon and thanks for joining us. I'm Lynn Setzer. And the danger of flooding gets worse every day. Not only is the snowpack above normal, it's increasing. Normally, it's already melting by this time of the year. Lance Hernandez is at Confluence Park with more on what's in store for us. Lance?
Well, Lynn, along the Front Range, the danger isn't so much from flooding as it is along swift-moving waters that people like to recreate in. The danger of flooding will happen in southern and southwestern Colorado. The snow has already begun melting on the fringes of the high country. Here on the plains, it's already spring, but way up on top, it's still winter. Highway crews are still trying to control snowslides. More snow is expected next week. If the warm weather hits soon after that, there could be a problem.
The concern we have right now is if we get a warm period along with showers and thunderstorms on top of the snow melt, we could have flooding, especially in the southwest and south central part of the state.
The snowpack is above average in all parts of Colorado. In the South Platte Drainage Basin, it's 58% above normal. In the Arkansas Basin, 101% above normal. The Rio Grande Basin is 86% higher, the Gunnison Basin 119% higher, the Animas, La Plata, and Colorado Basins are well above average, and the Green River Basin is 49% above average. Meteorologists say the weather pattern we've seen lately, cooler and wetter than normal, should continue for another week. Then it could warm up.
We here at the National Weather Service will be able to give warning in advance after a couple of days of warm period, and seeing how much snow is actually melted, we will be able to determine which rivers or creeks are likely to flood, and at that time we will issue flood warnings.
Right now in some communities, some streamside communities in central and south central Colorado, they're preparing for those floods. Emergency preparedness officials are making sure they have plenty of sandbags on hand if they need them. Lynn, back to you.
Okay, let's just hope for a slow meltdown, not a fast one.
Hope so.
Thanks, Lance.
Sure.
Let's find out if a warming trend is on the way that could cause flooding. Nancy David is tracking our mountain temperatures in the Weather Center. Nancy?
Hi there, Lynn. You know, we do have some warmer temperatures in the forecast, and basically what's happening, as we've been telling you, we've had that increase in the snowpack, some cases 180%, and will some of that snow be melting this week? I think so. Let's take a look at forecast highs. Monday and Tuesday, we're looking at temperatures in the high country, mid-40s to mid-50s. On Wednesday, it looks like a system will come through here and knock our temperatures down just a bit into the upper 30s, actually, yeah, upper 30s and lower 40s. So we're looking pretty good in terms of the snow melt, but we just really want it to be at a steady pace, nothing too quickly, because we could really see a lot of flash flooding around here. So make sure you pay attention to what's happening with the weather. And is there going to be rain in the forecast for tomorrow for Mother's Day? Had to throw that in there real quick. I'll give you the details coming up here in just a bit.
Keep us dangling there. Thank you.
I'm going to keep you dangling.
Okay.
That's right.
Relief workers from Colorado are traveling to a state that is already devastated by floodwaters. 10 regions of Louisiana have been declared disaster areas. Heavy rains this week buried cities underwater and claimed 5 lives. But help is on the way in the form of 25 National Civilian Corps workers who are based in Denver. They left today from DIA.
The Corps is going to do the same thing as Red Cross workers do. They are trained in our disaster services training program, so they will be going down there to help people with mass care, feeding, helping people assess damage to figure out what kind of assistance the Red Cross is going to have to provide these residents after the water subside.
Now, this is the first time Civilian Corps workers have responded to a national disaster. In Arizona, a court appearance for a man who may have a link to the Oklahoma City bombing. Gun enthusiast Stephen Colburn faced a federal magistrate today in Phoenix. He's being held on charges of possessing an unregistered weapon and fleeing prosecution. Investigators reportedly have a letter from bombing suspect Timothy McVeigh with Colburn's initials on it. And this is exclusive CBS video of Colburn's home being searched by federal authorities last night. They won't comment on what they found, and for now, Colburn is not being specifically charged in the bombing. Plenty of presidential hopefuls are in the Mile High City today. They're Republican candidates, and they want your vote. A live report is coming up. A centennial celebration gives you an up-close look at planes with a past. We'll show it to you. And from flying to boating, this is a great weekend for recreation at Horsetooth Reservoir and just about anywhere in Colorado. A check on the rest of our weekend weather when our news comes back. The next presidential election is almost a year and a half away, but tonight, Colorado Republicans have a good opportunity to sample some of the candidates. Paul Reinertsen is at the National Western Stock Show Complex, where 6 of the 9 GOP hopefuls will get their 15 minutes of fame. Paul?
Lynn, and I guess it's now actually 7 that are going to be here tonight. You know, last night we had the Miss Universe contest, and tonight we have the Colorado Public Forum. And I say that because it's structured very similarly. And this will include, as you said, most of the Republican candidates, including the front runner. And it's real clear right now that out here that Bob Dole is the man that everyone is looking at. He's got a little parking area set up outside the building here with a little band going, and the panners are going almost as if it were a regular convention. Of course, that will be coming down the line. They also, many of the key Colorado Republicans were told about 6:30 this evening, will be endorsing Dole already. Of course, this is, as we know, very early in the race, and all of the others feel they have a chance as well. And I'm just going to put my glasses on here and go down the list so we make sure we don't miss anybody. Senator Phil Gramm of Texas will be here, Senator Richard Lugar of Indiana, Senator Arlen Specter of Pennsylvania, former Education Secretary and former Governor of Tennessee, Lamar Alexander, Congressman Bob Dorner of California, and columnist Alan Keynes. Conspicuous in their absence will be Pat Buchanan and Governor Pete Wilson of California, who has not quite announced yet. So it's here tonight. There are plenty of seats, they tell us. Cost $7 at the door out here at the event center. So just come on down if you want to get an early look at all these candidates. Lynn? Okay, sounds like it'll be a lively time. It should be. Paul. Well, at 10 o'clock tonight, Couch Potatoes take their favorite seats to a concert. We'll explain. A strong earthquake hits Greece and hundreds of houses are in ruin. Find out the extent of the damage at 10. And a popular sport here in Colorado turns into a near tragedy. A bull rider is stepped on at a rodeo show in Aurora, and you'll hear his incredible story of survival tonight at 10 o'clock. In medical news tonight, the latest on the deadly outbreak in Zaire appears to be good news. An American doctor says fewer cases of the Ebola virus are showing up in the African nation now. Tomorrow, World Health Organization workers will start tracking down people who came in contact with victims of Ebola. The virus has killed at least 35 people and 15 more are still sick. A new study suggests 8 out of 10 truck drivers suffer from a sleep disorder. They have sleep apnea. Now, it causes people to stop breathing and then briefly awaken hundreds of times during the night. The disorder causes severe fatigue during waking hours. If you fit the description of a Colorado sun worshiper, you may need to take a skin cancer test. Colorado 7 and Health One are sponsoring free skin cancer screenings throughout the month of May. They are being held at local clinics by appointment only. Now, if you would like to set a date, call Health One at 788-6000. That's extension 2 during normal business hours, Monday through Friday. Plenty of daredevils are needing a lot of sunblock this weekend. They're getting in all their chills and spills, and we'll tell you why a little later. You'll also need the suntan lotion in the calmer confines of downtown Denver. Your forecast for Mother's Day is right after this. The wild blue yonder is the perfect backdrop for an open house at Centennial Airport this weekend. This is the 20th anniversary of Centennial. Visitors got an up-close look at vintage warplanes having just plain fun in the sun. Ooh, pardon the pun. So what about Mother's Day? We need the good news, I hope.
Well, will Mom need an umbrella? Only during the afternoon hours, and that's just a very, very slight chance. Good. I would say it's going to be isolated if we see anything, but you just might want to take along the umbrella in case you have Mom out and about, maybe out on a picnic or something. But it looks pretty good for tomorrow. But let's see some of the sights that we saw across Denver. This is out at Cheeseman Park. Certainly a good day, I would say, to be out doing a little bit of artistic work on the sidewalk, but don't worry, park officials, when the rain comes, that will wash that chalk right away. Let's see how we're doing temperature-wise. 62 degrees right now, but sunshine will make a return, and we're hoping for a really, really slow melt.
Yes, it looks more like May.
It does.
Thank
it really
you.
does.
Next in sports, early highlights of this afternoon's Rockies game, and records are being broken at the state track and field championships. We'll take you to all the excitement.
Colorado 7 Sports, voted best sportscast by the Associated Press.
Kurt Sandoval joins us with our Saturday sports, and let's hope the Rockies keep on a roll here.
Yeah, absolutely. I remember being in New York for this expansion draft between the Rockies and the Marlins, and it was certainly the case the people from Florida, the GMs, really thought they selected the better team, and it's certainly not looking, not this year anyway, or so it seems.
He's already getting ready for 4 years from now. Thanks, Kurt. Still to come tonight, it's a wild way to celebrate a big anniversary, and it's getting a lot of people up and down. More when we come back. This is a live look at the new Elitches going up in the Platte Valley. Now the test runs on the new Mr. Twister roller coaster are already underway. They happened yesterday. The amusement park opens May 27th. And if you like wild rides, check this out. Oh, Kurt says he can't wait. Screams of terror and joy in Ohio this weekend. The world's largest ride and roller coaster park is open for its 125th anniversary. 3 million people come to Cedar Point to ride more than 55 rides and to visit various sea creatures. That's it for us tonight at 5. The CBS Evening News is next, and we hope to see you again at 10. Have a good evening.